you to the West End Community Center. This is your first time being here. Welcome. The restrooms are back there beside the kitchen. There's a men's and ladies restroom back there. Of course, we have a fire exit back there. And in case we were to need to leave an emergency, we can roll the door up here on either side as well. Tonight, I'm going to ask you one thing first off. I need audience participation. Those of you that know me, this is how we roll. I need you to turn your cell phones off. If you have a cell phone, I need you to silence the ringer, and I'll lead it. I'll do mine first. Let's have respect for those who are going to be speaking up here tonight. Tonight, I'm going to need the crowd to be very quiet for us. This is actually going to be on Facebook Live, and it's also going to be on YouTube. It's going on the YouTube Live. And if you want to send someone a text message or let them know, it's on the Facebook account for the West End Community Center. The YouTube channel is going to be under Computer Service and Repair. Did I get that right, John? I need to give some thanks tonight to the West End Community Center. Have they done a great job? These folks have volunteered. They've come out here and they've given their time. They've given their money. We have a beautiful community center here. They've come out here and decorated. I mean, I just can't say enough about it. They've cooked. Several folks have taken off today. I'll tell you why they've done it. It's because they love their country and they love their community. So I just can't say enough good about it. Second, yeah, give them a hand clap. The second. And it's not second, but just someone I need to thank, and that's my wife. Because she has done an excellent job. And I'm just up here. She makes me look good. And if you think I look bad, you should have seen me before she got a hold of me. But I want to say special thanks, and I love you, Rebecca. Thank you for everything you've done.
Love and boot.
I want to say thank you to Lawrenceburg Florist, to Sarah's Plants, and to the Weekly Creek Nursery. They have actually donated a lot of flowers that you see here. I want to say a special thank you to them. They didn't have to. They let us either use the flowers or just gave them to us all together. And I thought that was really great, supporting a political event in this county. Yeah, give them a hand clap. I need to give a special thank you to the Friends of NRA. You just saw that we just had a chance for someone to win a Henry 22 long rifle, lever action rifle, and hopefully we can give away that Kel-Tec in just the next little bit. As soon as we get those 60 tickets out there, we're going to do a drawing. And so I want to say special thanks to Friends of NRA. They've come in and done a lot. If you're not familiar with the Friends of NRA, they do a lot of education. It's public school systems across the United States. They teach kids gun safety. They're volunteers. They've not made a dime. They've donated their time tonight. So Jimmy, Bill, thank you so much, and we really appreciate it. A couple of announcements. I just need to make a few. Forgive me. The West End Community Center here, we're going to have a meeting on Monday night instead of on Tuesday night. To be a member, all you have to do is show up. We want people to come out and be a part of this community center. Where do you have to live? Here, wherever you live, that's fine. We want to work in our community and we want to do some good things. So Monday evening we are going to have a meeting here at 6 p.m. We'd love to have you come on back out and join us. On June 10th, this is a big announcement. June the 10th here in this building, we're going to host a debate with all 4 candidates for the 71st District State Representative seat. Yeah, come on. That's right. I like that response, by the way. We were approached by some folks that said they would love to see the 4 Republican candidates do a debate. So we sat down with the 4 candidates, and we have it, some guidelines written out. There are 3 of the 4 here tonight, actually, and we're glad they're here. But we're going to have a debate here. It'll be a 90-minute debate. We're going to take questions. You can write your questions down when you come in, and then we're going to call those questions out here. We're going to have it live on the radio. Waynesboro radio station is going to broadcast it live. It's going to be on Facebook, and it's going to be on YouTube. So we would love to have you back out for that event. This is your community. These are your state representatives. Take ownership of it. I'm going to ask the crowd to be quiet for me, please. I'm going to ask the audience to be quiet for me. We love you, but it's just a lot of noise coming back. On July 15th, all the candidates, I know you don't have anything to do, so go ahead and put this one on your calendar, right? The county council has asked me, county council for the community centers are going to have a picnic at Rotary Park, July 15th. The games will start at 4. There will be a meal at 5 and an auction at 6 p.m. So we need all the candidates to bring lots of money and show up early. We'll sell you a cake for $300. On June the 7th, I skipped this one, I apologize, but on June the 7th, A.J. DePriest will be here at this building. We're going to have a meeting that night, 6 p.m. meeting. A.J. DePriest has been spearheading in the Tennessee area of Tennessee, the state of Tennessee and Alabama for patient rights. What we've seen through COVID, we've seen patients going to hospitals and they have no one there to be with them. And A.J. DePriest is working with our state legislation to pass laws to protect patients when they go into hospitals so they can have an advocate there with them. I think it's something that we need. She'll be here if you want to ask questions. We'd love to have you back out for that event. That's June 7th at 6 p.m. How many of you are proud to be an American?
Woo!
Me too. Yeah, I think we need to give some respect to our veterans. If you're a veteran in here, will you stand up? Yeah, come on. If you're active military, will you stand up? Active military, stand up. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. I'm proud to be an American myself. I want to tell you another thing. The Lawrence County Police Department's always welcome at the West End Community Center. We love our police department here. Thank you for what you do. If you're a member of the police department, will you stand up? Thank you for what you do. If you're a first responder, will you stand up? EMT, paramedic, firefighters, will you stand up? Thank you for what you do. I would like to have a prayer tonight before I go any further. We're still one nation under God, amen? Amen. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you tonight for this community coming together. Lord, you brought us all together. We're friends, we're neighbors, we're family. We're one people in your eyes. Lord, tonight as we go forward, we want to let the kingdom of heaven move forward through this group of people tonight. Thank you for this country, for the freedoms that we have, for the good people that have lived and died and shed their blood for the rights that we have tonight to be here in this place. Lord, would you bless everything that we've done here? Bless these candidates as they go forward. Bless the state of Tennessee and bless the United States of America. In Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, that's right. Give the Lord a hand clap. You know, a lot of people have asked what we're doing here tonight, and so I warned the candidates. I said, I'm going to get the crowd ready. We got to get our mindset right. What we're doing, and I took some time to think about it. I want to give you a little history lesson, if that's okay. I love history when it's told the right way. That's right. You know, during the War of 1812, a lot of people don't talk about this War of 1812, but the United States had declared war against the British. The British came on to American soil and actually burned the White House. Did you know that? They burned it to the ground. They burned Congress building in Washington, D.C. They burned it. The British came onto American soil and burned these buildings. During that time, a doctor by the name of William Beans was taken as a prisoner of war. He was an elderly man. And as an elderly doctor, he had helped the British soldiers and he had helped the American troops as well. And so they took him as a prisoner of war. He was elderly. There were a lot of citizens that were concerned that he would die as a prisoner of war. And then they got word that the British was going to hang this doctor. So they picked a group of people to go out to work on doing a prisoner exchange. One of those people was Francis Scott Key. Y'all know where I'm going. But I'm not done. It's not going to have the ending you think it does. Francis Scott Key went out on a small boat, and he went with a crew of other people, and they flew the truce flag as they went out into the Baltimore harbor. They approached this ship, and they talked to the admiral there of the British fleet, and they started working out a prisoner exchange, and everything went well. But he got ready to leave, and the British admiral would not let Francis Scott Key go back to the shore. They tied his boat off, and they said, "You can't go back." Because they said, "Tonight, we're going to attack Fort McHenry." This is a true story, folks. This is your history. And so they said, "You've heard too much, you've seen too much, and in the next few hours, we're going to start attacking that fort." And he was 8 miles from the fort. And he said, "We're going to tie your ship off, and we're going to keep you, and when this attack is over, you can go back. But we sent word to the General, George Armistead. We sent word to him that if he'll take down that flag, we'll stop the attack." Don't that make you want to fight? So they tied his ship off. Now you got to think about from Francis Scott Key, his perspective. 8 miles off the shore, he's watching this flag. It's flying there. But let me give you a little history on the flag. I'm sorry, I get emotional over this. This is my country. I told these folks when they come up here to speak, they said, "What do I say?" I said, "Speak your heart," because that's what I do. As he's watching, though, he knows the battle's fixing to take place. There's nothing he could do. He was helpless, or he felt helpless. There were 2 flags at Fort McHenry. 2 flags had been created. One was a 17 by 25 foot storm flag. And the other was a 30 by 42 foot American flag with 15 stars and 15 stripes. 30 by 42 feet. That's a big flag. The attack started at 7 a.m. and they started bombing Fort McHenry. They hit it with everything they had. Now, imagine this. Your White House has been burned. The Congress has been burned. It's been... Test 1, 2. Better back off, devil. So the attack started. 7 a.m. They watched it. But what he didn't know was there were 2 flags there at Fort McHenry. He didn't know that. So throughout the night, they watched the flag and it was still standing. And you know who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner? Francis Scott Key. He wrote it. But the words were coming to him as he was standing there, and then the next day as he was reminiscing all night long, watching bombs explode, and he's looking for that flag, and it was the storm flag. But this is what's an awesome story you may not know. General George Armistead knew that they wanted them to take the flag down and they would stop the attack. They had the 17 by 25 foot storm flag flying because of the weather. He told them late into the night, early into the morning hours, he said, "Go take the storm flag down. We're fixing to send them a message. Run the big flag up the pole. We want them to see it clearly." So from Francis Scott Key's perspective, he's watching the bombs are exploding and it was hard to see the flag. And then in the wee hours of the morning, he gets a better view of the American flag than he's had all night. And he said, "There it is. I see it." So we know the story. You know the story of the Star-Spangled Banner. He wrote it. He gave that poem to all the soldiers that were there. But they actually took that 30 by 42 foot flag, they took it down, and they gave it to Major General George Armistead. He kept it. He was 33 years old. He was a young man. And he kept it the rest of his life. He wouldn't get rid of it. He treasured it. And it was an American treasure. People would come to see him. And then we didn't have the internet, didn't have ways that they could share pictures of it. So they would travel miles to come see this battle flag. And so they would come see it. And finally they started saying, "You know what? You know what, George? We would love to have a little piece of that flag to carry it back to our city, to carry it back to our family, to carry it back to our courthouses, our schoolhouse, and just show them a little piece of that flag. There's people all over this country that would love to just touch a piece of that flag. And they started cutting little pieces of it off. They started cutting pieces of that flag off and giving it out. But it wasn't done as a disrespectful thing. It was done as a love for what that flag stood for and their freedoms. I'm going to tell you something tonight. Here's what we're doing. We can't give you a piece of that battle flag, but I'll tell you what we can do. Tonight, when you exercise your freedoms, you get to carry a piece of that American flag home. They hung it on their walls. They hung it in their courthouses. The Smithsonian has asked people to bring it back. And maybe it's forgotten. People don't even know what they have. They think there's remnants of this thing out in public. And people don't even know that they have a wool flag remnant from the original Star-Spangled Banner. You know what that made me think when I read that? The American public don't realize what they have either. And I want you to know something. That tonight as these candidates come up to speak, isn't it great to have a country that somebody you don't agree with can stand up and speak their mind? You know what that freedom is really about when we look at that flag right there? It's about I'm willing to protect somebody's right to say something I disagree with. That's what your freedom is. And I say something to my kids and I say it to our church. Freedom is not the ability to do what you want to do. Freedom is the ability to do what you ought to do. So tonight, will you stand with me as we say the Pledge of Allegiance to that flag? Before we begin, I want you to know something. You're not saying a Pledge of Allegiance for yourself and your freedoms. You're saying a Pledge of Allegiance that you're willing to defend the freedoms of every person in this room. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, let's give a hand clap to the United States of America. Tonight, we're going to ask the candidates to come up one by one. They got a chance to introduce themselves. I've told them, and you might think I'm joking, but I'm pretty serious. This microphone does not have a mud flap on it. That's what I meant. This is an opportunity to get up here and talk about yourself. It's not considered being braggadocious or bragging when you get up in front of people in a venue like this, talk about your accomplishments, talk about what you love about this country and this county. And what I want to ask from the people out here, I want to ask that we can give them the same respect that we would want if we stepped up here. This is the rights, okay? So they're going to come up and they're going to speak one by one. I'm excited that all of them are here. Guys, I've got a microphone for you here. This is my water, don't drink it. We'll hand you a mic. After you speak, if you'll speak, we'll give you 2 minutes. We do have timers down front that will let you know when you have a 15-second warning. We want to give you a chance to get up here, but they're going to get 2 minutes each. After that, we're going to go to some of the other races. And I've had several people ask to go first. I've stopped them all, so don't get mad at me if I've stopped you. I'm going to do this fair. I want us to get down here tonight, and I want people to leave and say, this is one of the greatest political events I've ever been to. So tonight, we're going to start off with Lee Boyd. Come on up.
First of all, I'll talk a little louder, I think. Thank you all for letting me be here. I'm running for commissioner in District 1. That's the western side of Loretto, St. Joe, all the way to the state line, halfway out Iron City Road. A little bit about me. I'm a Christian, first and foremost. It doesn't matter what I do, whether it's my job, whether I run in politics, whether I'm a father or a husband. That's what I'm going to do. So if you need something different than that, you're not going to get it out of me. Okay? My family, my wife Tanya's here, my son Jack, and my daughter Tegan. Those are the greatest accomplishments in my life up until this point. And probably forever, until my grandkids get here. Right? I have a rich history here. My grandfather, Buddy Boyd, run a store out here for many, many years. My dad's Billy Boyd. He's a piney guy. I grew up in West Point, almost in Wayne County. If we was any more poor, they would have put us in Wayne County. My grandfather's UT Russ. He ran a service station in Loretto. I've been called many things, teacher, coach, a lot of things that maybe I shouldn't have been called as well. But someone asked me not too long ago why I wanted to run for commissioner. And I thought about it, and I finally came up with this answer. Because the people where I live deserve to have a voice when it matters. They deserve to have an opportunity to have an opinion and have someone that can stand up and say, this is what my people want. This is where I think we should go with this. All right? Secondly, 15 seconds is quick. Lastly, the main reason is because when you get elevated to a place in politics or in leadership, you should not go up, you should go down, because it's what service is. A true politician, a true leader, is a servant, and that's what I would be, as a servant to the community. Thank you for having me.
Travis Caldwell.
How about our host, by the way? Listen, I don't know why he's not running for something. I feel like I could get along with that guy really well. Hey, my name's Travis Caldwell. I'm running for commissioner of the 2nd District, which is kind of the southeast side of Lawrenceburg. As Lee said, several people asked me, why are you running, Travis? Why are you running? Well, I'm going to give you a real brief reason why I'm running. I got several reasons, and you can hit me up afterwards if you want to. But one, my wife Ashley and I are raising 3 boys in this county. Several years ago, we got on Dave Ramsey, and I'm really particular with my money, and I want to be extra particular with the taxpayers' money. I'm not saying they're doing bad things with it right now, but man, I don't know. But I can tell you, I will lose sleep over spending your money. I promise you that. Secondly, I normally don't tell people this, and I definitely don't want to campaign on this or nothing like that. But he done had to stand up. I am a veteran. When I graduated Lawrence County High School in 2006, I went in the Marine Corps for 4 years with tours in both Iraq and Afghanistan. I understand what the price of freedom is. What he was talking about. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's ugly. It's nasty. So, if you elect me as your commissioner, or if anybody's in here in my district, I have no idea, I can promise you that I believe in freedom and liberty. Right? I believe in your freedom and your liberty to get a shot in your arm. I believe in your freedom and liberty to not get a shot in your arm. I'm not the guy to tell you what to do with yourself. And hey, thankfully here in our county, they haven't done that, and I appreciate that. But I can promise you, if it ever does come knocking on the door, I'll be the first guy fighting for you to not have to do such a thing. That's all I got, brother. I'm short. Quick. Thank you.
Tim Clifton. Come on up, Tim.
Thank you much for letting us be here tonight. Appreciate it very much. My name is Tim Clifford. I've lived in Lawrence County all my life. I've served 8 years in the U.S. Navy Seabees. I am a Vietnam vet. My mother and father, I've lived here all their life. My father was Connie Clifton, and my mother was Elaine Osborne Clifton. I am running 17th District, which is in all side of the Lawrenceburg city limits. Bert Spearman is the commissioner now, and he's retired. But I'd like to continue the job that Bert has done for this county. This county has expanded and is growing and is progressing every year. We have a lot to look forward to, and I'd like to ensure that it would continue to make progress for this county. This is one of the best counties. I met a lady yesterday that moved here from California. She's from France. She was tickled to death. She said this is the best state, best place she's ever lived. She didn't like California. I won't go into detail. But she amazed me talking with her how she felt about this country and this state. And I want to continue making people proud living in this state and in this county especially. I'm not much of a speaker, you can probably tell. I do talk a lot, but I don't much good speak. Then lost my train of thought. I got notes here, but they ain't doing me much good. like I said, I'd just like to see this county continue to improve, and appreciate your vote and support on August 4th. Fourth. Yeah. Right. And that's all I got to say.
Right. This is what it's written. Brian Big Fred. Got it.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank West End for inviting me over here. And my name is Brian Big Fred Gallup, and I am running for District 18 County Commissioner. And I grew up in the courthouse. My mom worked in the county clerk's office, and I've just been in it all my life. And I've seen the heart that some of our local elected officials have, and it's made me have a heart for Lawrence County. I love Lawrence County. I love my district, and I'm a servant myself. I'm a barber. I'm self-employed, and I know being a county commissioner, you control a lot of the money, and being self-employed, controlling your money is a big thing too. So, I'm not going to get up here and talk a long time. I'm just going to tell you that I genuinely love people, and I love the people of Lawrence County, and I love District 18. And I appreciate y'all letting me come out and speak tonight.
Judy Hartsfield.
Good evening. I'm Judy Hartsfield, and I'm running for County Commissioner of District 8. I'm a Christian, and I'm a member of Martinsville Baptist Church. I'm married to Nikki Hartsfield. Nikki, stand up. We got 2 minutes. I'm Nikki Hartsfield's wife. He's on the school board. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I have been a business owner in Lawrence County since 2002. I'm very active. I'm a past president of Kiwanis. I'm the lieutenant governor for the state of Tennessee for Kiwanis. I just graduated today from Leadership Lawrence County. Woo! And I raised $7,000 for the Green Library by myself. I'm very proud of that accomplishment. So if you ever need money raised, I'm your girl, okay? I did graduate from Wayne County High School. I think it's that way right there. I went to University of North Alabama. I have a degree in accounting, so I do know how to budget. I do know how to save money, and I will be very careful with the taxpayers' dollars. And I have a connection to Mrs. Claus in the North Pole. I'm very close to her, so I'm a very giver to our county. I am very passionate about Lawrence County. Like I said, I've lived here 25 years, and I'm very passionate with our children, with our senior adults. Volunteer fire departments, which I don't think I'm supposed to be getting into that or not, but I'm an insurance agent. I know about ISO ratings. I know to give these volunteer firemen that stood up good education, good training, good equipment, because that's going to be what do to our ISO rating. 15 seconds. It's going to make our ISO ratings go down. So what does that happen? It puts money back in your pocket. So my name is Judy Hartsfield. I'm running for District 8 County Commissioner, and I humbly ask for your vote. Thank you.
Philip Heatherly.
Well, I'm Philip Heatherly. I'm your District number 12 County Commissioner. That's pretty much Center, Hannibal, Briar Hill. That's my area. See a lot of people in here that I know. I'm running unopposed. Just wanted to stand up where people could see my face. If you are in my district and you need to talk to me about something, please come talk to me. Doors wide open all the time. You come into my shop down the road down here. If you know me, I've got an automotive place down here. You can talk to my wonderful wife or my father or me and let me know if there's something you need. That's the idea, and I appreciate whoever said you're a servant. That's the idea of being a commissioner. It's great to see all these people over here that's wanting to get into being a commissioner. We really need people to pay attention, know what's going on in your county, know what's going on in your district. and then let us know to where we can go the way He wants to. If you need me, catch me after this, whatever. I'll give you my phone number, anything like that. If you ever need us, just let us know. Thank you.
Chris Jackson.
Thank you. My name is Chris Jackson. I represent the 2nd District in Lawrence County, and that's West Loretta. I've been on the board now for 4 terms. My district took a big chance on me 16 years ago. I was first elected when I was 19 years old. So I came on as one of the youngest, and I just turned 35 last year. So I'm up there with the older guys now, I guess. But it's been an honor to serve Lawrence County in my district over the last few terms. I'm proud to say that probably over the last few years, we've had some of the best years of growth in Lawrence County history. Our unemployment rate is at an all-time low. It's at 2.9%. It was up at 18% about 10 years ago. Our fund balances in county government are at record highs, which means that's our savings account money that we have in the bank. We've done that through fiscal responsibility. We've invested in our schools, in our roads, things like water lines. We have a new higher education center in Lawrence County, but the work's not done, and that's why I'm running again. I always think there's room for improvement. We've got to fix our roads. We've got to give more money to who the next road superintendent's going to be. That's a major concern. We've got to continue to invest in the jobs of the 21st century so our younger people can live and work and raise their families here in Lawrence County. And we've got to continue to take care of our first responders. I partnered with several of my commissioners at the last meeting. We gave each volunteer fire department in Lawrence County an additional $10,000 to help offset some of the inflationary costs. We did that, but there's still a lot more that we can do. Just a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Loretta. I'm married to Kylie Jackson. I have a 4-year-old son named Theo. And in our free time, we like taking care of our rescue dogs and being outside and enjoying our community. So thank you guys for having us today.
William Nichols.
Thank you, West End, for having me and everybody else here. Like I said, my name is William Nichols, and I'm running for commissioner in the 13th district. I'm the SRO. I work for the Sheriff's Department, and I'm the SRO with E.O. Kaufman. And I got to tell you, just a few weeks into it, that I see where our county's going and what we got coming up, and it's just the coolest thing in the world. The reason I'm running is because I've been very fortunate to travel, seen a lot of places, a lot of things. Guys, we got something really cool here. This is a great place to live, raise your family, and I just want to do everything I can to help that and see if we can't make it even better. So like I said, my name is William Nichols, and I'm right here in the 13th District. Thank y'all very much.
Dave Ray.
Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening. My name is Dave Ray, and I'm running for Lawrence County Commissioner for the 13th District. So I was told to be accurate, be brief, and then sit down. So I promise I will be as brief as possible, no matter how long it might take. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank Brandon and everyone here at the Community Club who've worked so hard to put on this event for us this evening. The conversations have been great thus far, and I'm looking forward to eating here shortly. So I've lived in Lawrence County my entire life and called District 13 my home for most of it. I'm a graduate of Leadership Lawrence as well. And I'm also a member of United Church and the Lawrenceburg Lions Club. I currently attend Columbia State Community College and major in business administration. I'm also the owner of JDR Studios, a marketing web design business based right here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. So since I don't have much time, I'll cut to the most important part. As your commissioner, I'll work diligently to give each and every one of you a better quality of life. To give each and every one of you a better quality of life. Again, it's very important. A more transparent and limited local government and more advanced education system that is accountable to parents. I will work to expand broadband infrastructure because we need good internet in this end of the county, right? To promote job growth and to protect our farmers. I will fight for our families and for our small businesses. Lastly, and most importantly, I will work to represent each and every one of you and to ensure a better and brighter future for District 13 and Lawrence County. In closing, President Ronald Reagan once said, "The government's first duty is to protect the people, not to run their lives." I will be honored to have your consideration and vote. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you.
Ricky Skillington.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Rick Skillington. I'm running for re-election in the 8th District. Chris, you're 35 years old. That's amazing. The underwear I'm wearing is 35 years old. Isn't that a wonderful coincidence? I carry on with Chris all the time in the commission meetings. I represent the 8th District, which is the east side of Lawrenceburg, all the way out, New Prospect and Mars Hill community clubs, all the way out to the county line. I moved to Lawrence County in 1979 as a 4-H agent. A lot of you out there I had as 4-Hers. I stayed here until 95 and then transferred to Marshall County, where I retired 6 years ago tomorrow. We moved back to help take care of my wife's elderly mother. I married Kay Shaw when I was here before. We have 2 children. I have a son, Charlie, in Lewisburg, and a special needs daughter, Ginger, that lives with us here in Lawrenceburg. I am physically responsible. When I brought up the resolution and asked T.R. Williams to bring it to the Budget Committee to give $10,000 to each one of the rural fire departments, I called one of my commissioner friends who's on the Budget Committee, and I said, "Can you support this idea?" He says, "Who is this?" He said, "It can't be Rick Skillington. He ain't voted to spend a dime the 4 years he's been on the commission." That's about right. Listen, folks, if you can get to point A, from point A to point B, you don't need a limousine. If you can get there with a walking stick, then get out there and hoof it. I appreciate your support.
I can't follow that. Chris Sutherland. Brandon, you took those words right out of my mouth. How am I going to follow Rick on that? I had this all figured out what I was going to say. I was going to start off and say something like, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Sutherland speaking. Welcome aboard our flight to New York tonight." Did that get everybody's attention? I'm sorry, I slipped back in my old job here. But my name is Chris Sutherland. I am one of the candidates for the 6th District of Lawrence County. The Sutherland family moved to Lawrenceburg in 1959. I spent my early years growing up at the old sanitarium hospital. Some of you folks may remember that. And yes, my father is Dr. Sutherland. Dad was a doctor here in the county for 45 years, and during my campaign so far, I've met people that he's delivered babies. He's also saved a life or two. I had one story in particular related to me about a life that was saved. So my past previous work experience, I was a captain out of Miami on the 737 Boeing 800. That airplane had the capacity of 168 people, including crew, speeds of 0.82 Mach, fly as high as 41,000 feet. And there were a lot of decisions that had to be made very quickly when you're operating an airplane that can travel that fast. That is why I think I am qualified to be the 6th District elected candidate. Why am I running? I'm running because no one will work as hard as me. They won't care as much as me. Please vote for me. I would appreciate your support. Thank you. I just want to take a little break here and tell you that if you're coming in as a candidate and you've not registered up here, I know a couple of folks have came in. Folks are coming up to me, that's fine. I want to give you a chance to speak, even if you came in late. We just need to be sure that we've let them know down front. So be sure that we've got their names written down, and I'll be sure to get to you. Okay? We got you, Tommy. Don't worry. We're going to make you sit out in the parking lot till we get ready for you, though. I'm just kidding. Donald Waldrop says Roy. Okay.
Good evening. My name is Donald Waldrop. I'm running for the Commissioner of the 3rd District. I am a retired employee of the Lawrence County School System, where I taught 36 years at Loretta High School. I'm running for Commissioner for basically integrity, making sure that the county, I pay taxes just like you do. I've lived in Lawrence County since 1979. People ask me how old I am. Well, I'm not as old as the president we have now, and I'm not as old as the past president. So I'm still got some years ahead of me, but I am pretty old. Now, Mr. Skillington was talking a while ago, and I'm glad that didn't put me past him because I could not follow him whatsoever. If you have any questions, I had a big speech lined up for tonight, but y'all have shot all this all to pieces. If you want to talk to me tonight, I'll be sitting right back over there, around that window over there. Please come by and talk to me. What you say to me, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, I don't care if you're in my district. Because whatever you say may have some meaning somewhere down the line for somebody. As commissioner, we have to take care of the county. We have to listen to everybody, whether it's just people in our district or people outside our district. And if you're not able to talk to people and understand what they're trying to say to you and take that and move it on out into the county, then chances are you're not going to do much as a commissioner. So if you will, just come by and talk to me. I won't ask you anything, but I'll listen to you, and my 15 seconds are up. Thank you.
Tammy Wisdom. Folks, she's worked hard here today. That's why they're screaming out back there. She's worked today.
Yes, I have. I've helped out with the community center today in this event, and I appreciate all of y'all coming. I've been county commissioner for the 15th district for 6 years, and I'd like to seek re-election for the coming up votes May 3rd. Be sure to go vote in the primary. And my dad and mom is Jason and Jeanette Wisdom, and my husband is Danny Wisdom, and I have 2 sons, Will and Kobe Wisdom, and I have a daughter-in-law that's married to Will. Her name is Kylie. And I appreciate y'all's vote. And anytime you need anything, look us up on our county website. Our cell phone numbers are on there. You can give us a call. I have my cards back there on the table. They have my number on it also. If you need to ask a question, just get me. And I'm like this guy over here. I don't care if you're in my district or not. I'll still help you. Just let me know. And I encourage everybody to come to the county meetings that we have. Be there when we vote on things. That would be awesome to have your input. So that's all I got to say, and thank y'all for coming.
Shane Eaton. Shane, are you back there? Come on up, Shane.
Well, I don't have a nice speech to go, but I'm just going to wing it. So, my name is Shane Eaton. I'm the current county commissioner for District 16. Thankfully, I'm running unopposed, but this will be my 3rd term when I get reelected. And I tell you this, thank you to West End for this. This is what I love about Lawrence County. It's each little community like this, West End, 5 Points, all those little communities out there make Lawrence County great. And that's why people are moving here, I think. It's just because we got such a great community and great people that live here. I graduated Loretta High School in 1988. Yes, Mr. Waldrop was the ag teacher then. He probably still remembers me. Thank God I didn't get in trouble by him. I serve on the Veterans Committee with the Tennessee County Commissioners Association. I think that's a great thing. So we get together with state legislators and try to get bills passed for veterans in the state. But other than that, I really enjoy living here. and I really enjoy everything that y'all do. I've worked for the Lawrenceburg Fire Department for 24 years, and I've been a volunteer fire department. I've helped West End a lot, and I tell you what, you guys are great. I really appreciate y'all. We talk about fiscal responsibility, but I want to tell y'all something that's really important to me. The employees of Lawrence County, the Lawrence County employees are some great people. The people that do the service that y'all all have to have. You know, the clerks, the circuit court clerks, all those people are out there. So please be respectful to them and thank them for their job, because it's really important, and we can't do the job without you. Thank y'all. Appreciate you both.
I'm going to ask all the commissioners, candidates running for county commissioner, would you stand up? Let's give them a big hand clap for coming out tonight. Thank you for being here. You can go back to your regular channel programming, I guess. You know, we got one person here. Come on up here, Tommy Lee, kid. Tommy Lee kid came out to the community center the other night, and he came out the other night, and I was going to introduce him, and I'm sitting there looking at him, and I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to ask the crowd to keep your noise down. Let's hold respect for others in here. So I was going to introduce him, and I said, you know, I can't help it. I can't help it. I got to say it like I'm introducing a rock star. I can't help it. It's just going to come out that way. I'm warning the people. Because I love this guy right here. But I want to say it like this. Let's hear it for Tommy Lee Kidd.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. My name is Tommy Lee Kidd. My dad carried a lot of your mail back a long time ago. Tony Kidd, if you live out here in West End or Piney. My dad and mom lived in Summertown. My father-in-law, C.M. Robbins, and the late Sue Robbins are from Leoma. My daughter is my wonderful campaign manager, best campaign manager in the world, Abigail. And my wife is Lisa. She runs a beauty shop here in town, Lisa & Company. Abigail and Lisa have the Miracle League going on tonight, so they couldn't be with me. They're with me everywhere, but they couldn't be here tonight. I am running for Circuit Court Clerk. In 1989, I started working at a computer company in Columbia, Tennessee, and started working with all of the circuit offices and sessions offices and clerk and master offices across the state of Tennessee. Drove around, transitioned these folks from pen and paper back a long time ago. Mr. Gerald Wilson was running the office a long time ago. Landed in Gerald's office and worked with Debbie Riddle to transition from pen and paper over to the computer system. Developed a love for the court system at that time. Fast forward to last March, Debbie calls me, my good friend Debbie, she calls me, she says, Tommy Lee, I'm hanging it up. I want you to run. I prayed and prayed and prayed, and after seeking godly counsel, Jesus came to serve, not to be served, and that's what Lisa, Abigail, and I want to do. We want to serve you, the citizens of Lawrence County. And if you vote for me, you not only are voting for me, you're getting Lisa and Abigail too, which is a lot more important than that. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you're running for constable, I'm going to ask you to make your way over here by the door. If you've signed up, you want to speak, running for constable, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and make your way over here to the door, please. I guess we could play Name That Tune. If your underwear are 35 years old, you know that song. Matthew Blake Burnett.
Thank you. I didn't know I was going to go first. I'm one of the two constables in the South District. We have Leoma and Point South all the way to the county line. I'm running for re-election. My parents were both retired school teachers at Florida High School for 30 plus years. I work for the ambulance service here in the county. I'm a servant. Been there for going on 15 years. Also been in the volunteer fire departments. Been there for 23, going on 24, and 4 years with constable. I've learned a lot. Still learning every day. We have a great working relationship with our sheriff. And if I'm reelected, we'll just continue to serve. If you have anything that you ever need, just give us a call. We'll try to help you any way we can. Thank you.
Jonathan Burnett.
First, I want to say thank you to West End. Thank y'all for allowing me to be here tonight. My name is Jonathan Burnett. I'm a graduate of Lawrence County High School, class of '99. Currently serve as chief of Gandy Fire Department. I've been with the fire department for 29 years. Been in EMS for going on 18. Full-time employee with Blake here at Lawrence County EMS. Seeking running for election for constable for the Middle District, which is District 7, 8, and the 15 through 18. Trying to seek new ways of serving our community. Really enjoy getting out and serving the people and trying to make a difference in someone's life, or just being there to help someone that needs help at any time or need. My parents is Ronnie and Thelma Burnett. She was a Luna. Kid most everybody out here in Tiny, so yeah. So I kid most of them in here, Neely and them, wherever they're. Well, they was sitting there somewhere or other. Oh, there he is. So it's quite a big family when you kid in the Lunas because they're everywhere. But I appreciate your support here in the Middle District. Get a chance to serve as your constable, and if there's anything, just look me up, give me a holler, because I'm going to start here around the corner. Thank you.
Mark Gandy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for having me down. I am a relative newcomer to Lawrence County. I've been here a little over 5 years, but I am seeking the position of constable in the Middle District, Lawrenceburg and East. I was a constable once before. I've got 8 years of experience doing that. I have 40 plus years of community service in volunteer fire departments, emergency management, EMTs, and I've responded to things all over the Southeast and worked with a lot of guys and gals in here. And I appreciate your support if you could show me that for the Middle District Constable. Thank you.
Jared Mans.
My name's Jared Benz, and I'm running for this hotly contested Middle District Constable seat. I am a relative newcomer to Lawrence County too, but my lovely wife, she was known as Tinka Baloo growing up in the county. That's how I ended up here. I got married. I grew up in a small town though that's very similar to Lawrenceburg in western Pennsylvania, and so I love this area. You know, we have property here, and you know, we got 400 acres down at West Point as well, and I love being out in the countryside. I like the rural community. So, yeah, and the other thing, like what I've done in the community since I've been here is I'm a partner at Stetter's Restaurant in town. I also own Head Down Firearms. So I'm a business owner, I'm an employer in Lawrence County, and I would like to serve as constable, just to be more involved in the community, and thank you for your support.
Can we give them all a big hand clap? You guys can go back to your regular scheduled programming. Road superintendents, if you'll come on up, we'd love to hear from you next. Crick, come on over.
Good evening, I'm Ryan Crick, and I'm running for road superintendent on August the 4th. 18-year employee of the highway department. 14 years of that as assistant road superintendent. I understand the challenges that we face every day. This administration took place during the last election that come in. They were given 556 miles of dirt roads. Today we have 67 miles of dirt roads. We've made great strides in our county. I have overseen $18.1 million in road surface spent in the last 10 years. Why did I pick the last 10 years? Because that's been the toughest. It's been tough. We want a stale budget. Inflation is pushing our products through the roof. But we do not stop working. We have to keep moving forward. Going backwards will never be an option for me. Can't be. $1.4 million in bridges in the last 10 years. That's new bridge construction. That's bridge maintenance. That's low water bridges. We didn't build them. We have to maintain them. We are putting our money where our mouth is. We work for every dollar we can get our hands on. We will continue to do so. We will not stop doing that. We cannot afford to. That's our job. I am not a politician. I'm a roadman. This is what I do. This is what I've done for a long time. I'm proud of the work we've done. I'm proud of these people in here, those hats and shirts on, because they're in it with me. They know the struggle. Again, now, we've done all of this work the last 10 years. Well, the whole 24 years the man I work for has been there. We've done it with a balanced budget. A balanced budget we've done this work with. That says a lot. We've done it, Miss Patsy Lee there, without any findings through state auditors. We've done this job right. We will continue to do this job right. My name is Ryan Crick, and I appreciate your vote on August the 4th. Thank you.
Come on up, Neely.
How are you? I'm good. I'm Neely Luna. I am from the West End community here. I have over 20 years in road building, road construction, road maintenance. I worked about 12 to 13, actually at the Lawrence County Highway Department. I did contract work with land developers. I know how to get the job done. I've been certified by the state of Tennessee Highway Board, meeting all qualifications to run for this office. As I've traveled across this county, I didn't realize the deterioration of our roads, especially tar and gravel. People on tar and gravel roads are begging for them to be fixed. They say they are being ignored. They have been forgot. All they ever get told, we don't have no money. But let me tell you, I will bring a plan if I'm elected to the county commission, the county executive, or state representative. I've been there, I've done that, I have worked from the other side. I know what it's like. I've been to the state capitol fighting for funding. I know how to get the job done. The governor, on April the 1st, said they had $3.1 billion in surplus, more than expected to be brought in. If we're not up there after that money, Williamson, Rutherford County's gonna get it. They will not mail it to you at your desk. We need our piece of the pie. I've been there. I know how it's done. Let's talk a little bit about asphalt in this county. If I'm elected, I will spread it countywide, ever how far the funds meet, starting with the roughest and the most traveled roads. Go south, look at the asphalt. Go north, look at the potholes. You go down these roads, everywhere you go, your ditches are full. There's been no maintenance since they was paved 20 years ago. You can pave them tomorrow. If you don't get the water out of the road, you got the same problem. I could go on and on. I am asking for your vote. I will get the job done. I know how.
Thank you, man. I've got one down here written in. Trustee Kylie Weathers, are you here? Come on up, Kylie.
My name is Kylie Weathers, Lawrence County Trustees Office candidate for the August election. First off, I want to thank Westing and thank all the folks out here. I've been coming out here since around 2009, coming to functions, benefits, and this has always been a welcoming group. Always here to help anyone any way they can, and it's always a pleasure to come out and see all the folks out here. It's also important as we look into these different races and people running for the offices is to think about, piggybacking on Shane Eaton a while ago, the employees within the offices, the jobs they do, what they do for each and every one of us each and every day. And that's what, as candidates running for the office, we want to have good employees, and we stand with them. And they're good people, and all that participate in that, we try to do all we can to take care of them. But again, I'm Kylie Weathers. I've served as trustee for Lawrence County since 2010, and from day one, we promised to serve with integrity and honesty, and that's what we're going to continue to do. And I appreciate your vote, and I appreciate your support. Thank you.
For those running for Register of Deeds, if you'll make your way on up. Register of Deeds. All right, come on up here, Tara Dickey.
Hey everybody, I'm Tara Dickey, and I'm currently your Register of Deeds. I have worked in the Registrar's office since 1998. I started part-time and have worked in there in all aspects of the office. I've learned everything there is to know in that office. I work for Teresa Duncan, who taught me everything. And our office is a very important office. It's full of our county's history. We have over 200 years of our county's history there. We currently have started a new program, which is a fraud protection program that is going to help protect your property, stay in your name, and if you'd like to find out more information about that, just see me afterwards. We are very busy. As you can tell, our county is growing, which means that property is selling, and last year we did over 8,500 documents in our office, and that is a lot. And so I have great girls that work in the office, and we try to do a great job for the county. I'm also a member of the Middle Tennessee Registrars Association and the Tennessee Register Association. And so I can contact any of those registers at any time, and they are a big help and asset for all of you as citizens of the county. I was raised here in Lawrence County. I've lived here my whole life. My mom is Maxine Holloway, and my dad was the late Roy Holloway. I'm married to Chris Dickey, and we have one son who is a senior at Lawrence County High School. And I would just appreciate your vote on August the 4th, and any support that you can give me, I would appreciate it. Again, I'm Tara Dickey, and I'm the Register of Deeds. Thank y'all.
Come on up, Jim Looney.
Hello, everybody. It's an honor to be here this evening. I'm Jim Laney. I'm from Lawrenceburg. I'm 54 years old. I was Dr. Sutherland actually delivered me. Thank you. Your dad was awesome. I'm an 8th generation Tennessean, so history means a lot to me. I love Lawrence County. This is home. This is the only place I'll ever live. I'm big in church. I go to Pleasant Grove United Methodist. I'm one of our song leaders, and it's just a great place. I hate to admit it, but I got a little Bryant blood in me. I don't tell too many people, but my dad is Buddy Looney, and my mother's the late Linda K. Looney, or she was a Blackwell before she was married, and she's from West Point. But one of the main reasons I've been searching this job out was because in the 1970s, she was chief deputy in the Register of Deeds. And I grew up down there as a kid, running around getting candy out of every office from everybody. That's a special thing to me. I really want it. And I promise to do my best for Lawrence County. This is home and I love it. I've been involved in politics for a good while, but I'm not going to really touch on that this evening. If we ever need anything from the state or federal, I get that done. I've got people I've dealt with. I will mention that I'm a Republican. I want to represent everybody though, but I am a Republican. And I was a Donald Trump delegate as well as an elector for Donald Trump, one of 12. And that means a lot, and I can get a lot of things for Lawrence County if we get a bind. So, anyway, I just want to thank everybody for being here. Take me into consideration, and I greatly appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Give him a good hand clap. County Clerk, you'll come on up. Those of you that are running for County Clerk.
Walk up or wheel up? No, I ain't got it. I'm right above you. Well, I got the top of your head. You'll be all right. No, you're all right.
Russ Brewer, come on down, Russ.
Hello, everyone. First off, I want to thank the West End Community Center for hosting this event and providing us a platform to introduce ourselves. My name is Russ Brewer, and I'm your Republican candidate for Lawrence County Clerk. I was born and raised right here in Lawrenceburg. I'm the son of the late Chuck Brewer, and my mother is Miss Barbara Brewer. I have two wonderful children, Ivy Brewer. She is a speech and language pathologist at David Crockett Elementary School. And my son, Whit Brewer, is an airman in the United States Air Force. And he's living his best life in Tampa, Florida right now. I've currently managed U-Save car and truck rental. I've served on the county commission for the last 8 years. I guess it's been a couple of years ago now. I was in the clerk's office, and Chuck asked if I might entertain running since he wasn't seeking another term. So I went home and I thought, what qualifies me to serve as your next county clerk? Well, let me tell you what qualifies me. I've been in customer service my entire life. I've always worked with the public, and I will continue to provide courteous and professional service once I'm elected. At some point in time, everyone here is going to pass through the clerk's office. whether it be for car tags, business license, whatever the case may be. I promise to greet you with a smile. When you're standing across the counter for me, I won't see you as a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent. I'll see you as a Lawrence County citizen just like me. And I will provide you the service that all Lawrence Countyans deserve. Once again, I'm Russ Brewer, and I hope to earn your vote. Thank you.
Beverly McDowell.
Good evening. Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Westy, and your hospitality is always above and beyond every time we're here. I am running for county clerk. I have been in the county clerk's office since 1994. Yes, that's a long time. I have been the chief deputy in that office since 2001. I have learned that office from top to bottom. I've done everything from renewals to all the way up to budgeting, payroll, you name it. I've always strived to treat everybody that walked in the office the way I would want to be treated, and to use my knowledge to help everyone with whatever situation they had going on, from a simple tag renewal to, I'm sorry. I'm not a politician, I'm not a public speaker, I'm a working person just like all of y'all. I just want to take what I've learned in that office, and I want to serve as your county clerk and continue to provide the service that you deserve. Thank you very much.
Tanya Rover.
Thank y'all for having us here tonight. My name is Tanya Rover, and I'm also running an independent candidate for county clerk. I've worked in the county clerk's office as of Wednesday, 30 years, and I would like to continue to serve the people of Lawrence County. I think probably in the 30 years, I've probably waited on several of y'all in that time. I'm from Summertown. I was born and raised there, but the last 26 years I've lived in Loretto with my husband Talmadge. We have 4 sons, and we have 7 blessings from God, grandkids. So if you come to the county clerk's office, we do a lot of stuff in there. Of course, car registration is the big thing. Right now, if you got a regular tag, we're issuing you metal plates, so that's a big deal right now. We also do passports. We do business tax. If you need to be a notary, you come to our office for that. That is a service. We are all notaries in there, and we do that for free for the public. So we try to help everybody, and if I'm elected, we'll try to give you fast, friendly service and do the best we can. We are controlled by the state, so there's only so much we can do. They tell us what we can do. But I would appreciate your vote on August 4th.
Thank you. Yeah, give them a good hand clap. County Executive, you'll come on up. Those of you that are going to be speaking as County Executive candidates, come on up, please.
Conservative Christian woman. My husband's in the back, Dr. Mark Garner back there. I have 3 of our kids here tonight. But I'm also a businesswoman. I've had a successful business in town for quite a while now. And I have a master's degree in social work, so I understand the community mental health needs that we have. I also want everyone to know that my heart is to serve others. I am personally a Republican, but I'm running on the independent ticket. I want everyone to know that they're seen and that they're heard. This office is about all of Lawrence County, and I think that's very important that people don't think that they're excluded or that they're not one of the elite few here. I care about everyone, just like Max did. So I want you to know that my door will always be open. I want everyone to know that they will be heard and that I care about you. And that's what this is all about. This is about our community, about working together, about relationships, and I want you to know that I'm here for you. So please, I appreciate your vote on August 4th. Thank you very much.
David Morgan.
All right, thank you, Brandon. Thank you, West End Community Club, for letting me be here tonight. My name is David Morgan, as he said. I grew up right here, born and raised right here in Southern Middle Tennessee. I'm the son of a preacher man. There's a song written about that, I think, back in the day. But anyway, I'm also a pastor at United Church here in Lawrence County, in Lawrenceburg. And I just want to say first and foremost, the most important relationship in my life is my relationship with God. I am who I am today because of what He has done in my life. Anything I'm going to say about my qualifications or what I think I've accomplished in my life is only because of His grace and His mercy. And so He came to serve us, just as Lee Boy said earlier, and He gives us that same kind of heart. I pastor a church. I've also had a small business in this community for a long time. I started my own business at 21 years old in the electrical construction field and then various other things in residential construction. Ended up in industrial electrical work. My dad retired from our church in 2013, and I became the lead pastor there. And ever since then, I started working hard, growing our church and growing our ministry. And it has been successful, but not because of me, but because God loves His house and He loves His people. And I've been thankful for that. We've grown considerably. And in the midst of that, I weaned myself out of the construction industry and started getting into more nonprofit work. And so just founded and opened this year, 8 Oaks Recovery. We have a substance abuse treatment farm right out here. If you go out to the end of Lodi Road, you turn left on Ella Galahar, y'all know where we're at, before you get to Factory Creek on the right there. We got several men in that program right now. My life has always been about serving other people. My parents taught me to live that way, taught me to give my life. We have one life to live. I choose to give it. And this office of county executive is also a position and a chair and a seat where you give yourself away. And so I just want you to know, if I'm elected to this office, I will serve with compassion. I will serve with diligence. I will serve with integrity in that office, because you know what? It's about helping people. It's about all of us uniting ourselves together to get something done. And so coming up in just a few short days here on May 3rd is a Republican primary. Yes, I'm a Republican. I'm not ashamed of that one bit. We are conservative people. My wife and I, Stephanie, she's here tonight with 3 of my children of the 5. We couldn't talk the teenagers into coming with us. They had better things to do, right? So, but I'm thankful for my wife, Stephanie, thankful for my children. And when I think about Titus, my 4-year-old, when he's my age, I'm almost 44, what is Lawrence County going to be like? What's it going to be like? What's the culture going to be like? Everything rises and falls on leadership. It matters that we have leaders that have experience leading. I've been the chairman of the board at Kids Place for the last 10 years. We are a child advocacy center. We help children who have been sexually molested and mistreated. And in the last 10 years and beyond on the FCA board and other things that I serve in, I've learned how to balance budgets. I've learned how to work with a board of directors. And I believe I'm the one with the most experience in this race to lead this county. So I'd love to have your vote. And most of all, I cherish your prayers. God bless.
Ronnie Taylor. Ron Wayne Taylor.
My name is Ronnie W. Taylor. All right. I'm running for the county executive, and I'm from Rebel Oak. I've been in Lawrence County all my life. I married my high school sweetheart. 46 years, praise God. Woo! Anybody being married to a man that long has got to be some kind of man, right? But I appreciate every one of your thoughts, your prayers. I've been a truck driver for 40 years. I hauled lawnmowers to California, Commerce, California, Murray's Warehouse. You don't put a rebel old boy in California and turn him loose. You hear me? Not an old country boy, old cornbread fed country boy. I got out of hand, but I thank God 1997, the Holy Ghost blowed up on me and saved my soul. And He made a different man in my life. I have 2 sons. They both happen to go out of town to work, okay? There's one problem I got with this county, this retirement town. Nobody retires except for ones in a rest home. But there needs to be something did about that. But I've been on the county commission for years. I've been on many committees. I know how it works. I know what's going on. I know who it is and what it is. And that's dangerous to say. But I know who it is and what it is. But with y'all's votes, you have my promise that I'll treat women with respect when I walk down them stairs. I'll treat your daughters with respect down them stairs. I'll treat you men, whether you're poor, whether you got overalls, coveralls, or brand new $100,000 suits. You mean everything to me because God saved me and I'm not worthy for what God's done for me. And thank y'all, every one of y'all, for y'all's help. Y'all helped me a lot by greeting me and meeting me and treating me like I was somebody when I've been made of because I said I was just a simple country boy. Yes, I am. I'm a simple country boy. But you know what? I'm having fun. And I've met people out here, bless God. I've been with the county highway department for 15 years, and they've been good to me. I love y'all. Vote for me May the 3rd.
Give them a hand, folks. Candidates for sheriff, if you'll come on up. Candidates for sheriff, if you'll come on up. Also, if you're a politician and a candidate, you came in late and you've not signed in up here, I may not know you're here. If you've not let us know, we got a table down front, right here at the camera. If you'll come let them know. Hey, we're rolling on through this, aren't we? They said it couldn't be done. It sounds like my kind of project, Talmadge. I got you down, Stacy.
Got her.
All right. Our sheriff candidates, Gary Mills.
Thank y'all for having this. Thank our bunch in the back for the food tonight. For the love of God, y'all got good peanuts. I'm Gary Mills. I'm running for sheriff in Lawrence County. Been in law enforcement 20 plus years. Most of that time at the sheriff's department. Worked under Dorning 2 terms. Worked under Kenny Taylor. And worked 2 terms under Brown. Currently, I am the investigator, narcotics and criminals for the Loretta Police Department.
Yeah, I'll be a little closer to you.
You will go to my Facebook page, Gary Mills, Lawrence County Sheriff. Kind of lays out my plan, what we want to do. I got a good plan, and I appreciate you vote here on August 4th. Thank you.
John Myers.
Everybody's thinking, oh Lord, what's the sheriff going to say? Well, if you like what you've had for the last 3.5 years, vote for us again. I'm just joking. I'm a little bit flustered. I've been back there watching my daughter's ball game on X Sports, and they lost. So, yeah.
Anyway, first of all, thanks Brandon for having this. Thanks for putting this together. Thank you to everybody that came out and helped. I was here about 10 o'clock this morning dropping some stuff off, and they were already back there sweating around the stove. But anyway, I really appreciate the invite. This is always a good thing when we can have something like this. Whenever the people have a chance to come out and look at the candidates, I think it's always a good thing. They can finally put a name with the face, But anyway, I'm John Myers, and I'm your sheriff. I always tell people when I introduce myself that I am your sheriff. Sheriffs in this country, there's only about 3,000 of us. And we are the only lead law enforcement officials that work for the people. I don't work for the TBI, I don't work for the FBI, I don't work for the governor, and thank goodness I don't work for the president. I work for you. You are my boss. You have the right to vote me in office, and you have the right to vote me out of office if you don't think I'm doing a very good job. But somebody asked me the other day, said, what does a sheriff do? Well, the short version of that answer is it's pretty simple. The sheriff protects you, your family, your property, and your individual rights as American citizens. That's what a sheriff does. The longer version of that answer is, we run the jail, which right now we've got about 200 inmates and about 40-something employees. And we've got the office side of the department, including courthouse security and about 50 employees. And it's about a $6.5 million budget. And that's our tax dollars that pays for that service for y'all. So it's a pretty serious job. I take it very seriously, and even though people know I'm more of a cut-up than most, but I'm proud to say that I am your sheriff. I dare to say you couldn't find another sheriff in this state that's proud to say that I'm proud to be your sheriff. I consider myself a constitutional sheriff, and I consider myself a working sheriff. That's what I ran on in 2018. And let me take you back to that race real quick. I know I'm about out of time, but since I'm the last speaker, I need to give it a little bit. I'm going to make JC miss his coffee later, so that'll be even better. But in 2018, I was the guy that wasn't supposed to win. Early in my campaign, I was the guy that didn't have the popular last name, and I didn't have the political pull. I came from Summertown. I was a preacher's son, and we moved down here in 1979. But I set out to run for office on three things. I ran on the idea that you could get elected in this county through hard work, training, and experience. And we did that. We did that, and we won big in 2018. And I feel like we're going to do it again. But I'm not good at asking people for help. People that know me, they know I'd like to do stuff on my own. I like to do stuff myself. But I do. I need your help. I need your support. And most importantly, I need your vote. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be careful going home tonight. I think we're going to have a roadblock probably down there around the old highway. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I appreciate y'all.
Candidate for General Sessions Judge, Mike Harris. Are you in there somewhere? There you are. I saw you earlier. Come on up, Mike.
All right. Okay. To let you know right off the bat, about 20 minutes ago, this went away. I have lost my voice, so this could be short and very sweet. My name is Mike Harris, and I'm running for General Sessions Judge in Lawrence County. Those of you that know me, I was born and raised here. Born in the old Lawrence County Hospital. Carson Taylor delivered me. I've lived here until I was 18, left and went to school. Left for about 9 years. We moved back here in 1980. I've been here ever since. Some of you know me from when I was with WDXC Radio. Spent 9 years there. Before that, I was on the radio here with Jackie G. Wood. I went at WDXC with Jackie G. Wood, too. I did several. Been on there also with some of y'all remember Elrod Moore. Over the last 25 years, I've practiced law in Lawrence County. I got my law degree in 1997, passed the bar and started practicing. Opened a private practice here. Did that for 20 years. For the last 5 years, I've worked for the Public Defender's Office, and I'm very proud of the work there. Good bunch of people, couldn't ask for a better group. I've decided to run for judge because I feel that there's a need in this county. I feel that I've got the experience, because 25 years in a courtroom, that's how long I was practicing in the Lawrence County General Sessions Court. I know what it's about. I know the people. I think we've got a great group of people that are working there now, and I'd like to keep on with that. And I promise you, as a judge, that I will respect anybody that comes in front of me. Judges don't have a political agenda. Judges need to be looking at the facts and the law, because that's what counts when you are a judge. And you've got to be judged with everyone there, regardless of who they are, regardless of where they come from. And that's my pledge to you, to ensure that everyone will get a fair shake or fair judgment, unbiased judgment, and that they will have their day in the court. I will be respectful and respect back. I will be tough when necessary, compassionate when possible, but above all, I will follow the law and the facts wherever they go, and that's what counts as a judge. Thank you. I appreciate your vote.
Candidates running for circuit court judge, if you'll step up beside the door here. Candidates running for circuit court judge, I do believe I have 3 of you. I know I've got your names here. We'll start off with Lee Brooks. Lee Brooks, come on up.
Good evening, everybody. This thing on? I can't hear myself. Can you hear me now? Oh, there it is. Thank you all for having us out. This is a great thing. I wish the other counties would get involved with something just like this. Thank you for inviting us all here. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Lee Brooks. I'm running for Circuit Court Judge in Division 3. For those of you that might be confused by that, there are 4 different Circuit Court judges, and each one of them is their own race. So you get to pick for one in all 4. I was born and raised in Murray County. Right out of high school, I enlisted and served 4 years in active duty in the United States Marine Corps. I came home. I served for 14 more years as an active law enforcement officer with the Columbia PD and the Spring Hill PD. During that time, I went to school, finished my first degree from MTSU. After that, I went to teach full-time at Zion Christian Academy for 8 years, where I taught high school math and science. I also coached baseball and football. Still involved with youth today as a high school football official, so if you guys come out on Friday nights in the fall, if I look familiar to you, be nice. After that, while I was teaching, I completed my law degree. And then I went into practice of law, had my own practice for a while, still continued to serve the public by taking close to 700 court-appointed cases for people who couldn't afford an attorney. Then went on to become an assistant public defender, and I currently serve as an assistant district attorney in Marshall County. I chose to run as an independent candidate for one reason and one reason only. We don't need politics in the courtroom. Period. Nobody, with the exception of people who are there for adoptions, are coming to court on a good day. You should not be worried about what party the judge came from. I don't hide my background as far as my voting record. 34 years as a registered voter, I always voted Republican except for one time. They told me I voted in the 1994 Democrat primary. I don't remember it, but they said I did it. I don't even know who was running that year. But there it is. Every other time, I voted Republican. I'm asking for your vote in August. If you go to early vote early, vote often. Go back and vote again on August the 4th. My name is Lee Brooks. I would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Stacey O'Neill.
Good see you. Sorry I was just a little late. I'm embarrassed to say I have not volunteered for Abigail's plan until this year. I went and I said, I don't really know how to play ball. Last time I played was 30 years ago, and I took a line drive to the leg, and I quit. And they said, well, your only job in Abigail's plan is to take a ball if one's coming your player's way. So basically, I've been practicing this whole time, and I hated to miss my second opportunity to do so well at being bad at baseball. So, thank you for tolerating me showing up a few minutes late. My name is Stacy Oatmeal. I grew up on the south end of the county. Weedy and Francis are my grandparents. Francis tends to be real popular. Weedy, maybe not, because I understand that he was a strict disciplinarian in some circumstances. So when I first started practicing, when I would board our jurors, I had to ask, who's mad at Weedy? I'm his granddaughter. I came back, I went to MTSU for my undergraduate, graduated from UT Law in 2006, went back for my master's. UT and I agreed that was a terrible idea, and I came home without any idea about what I was going to do. I ran into Judge McGuire at Walmart. She said, while you're figuring that out, why don't you take some appointed cases? I'll keep you busy. And she did. I did that for 3 years and hated every minute of it. Was ready to quit, go back to farming. I can pick cotton, that'd be fine. And had to come to Jesus with Jesus. And Jesus invited me to focus on people instead of profits. I became focused. I figured I'd give it a year. I mean, I can quit in a year. I can quit now, don't matter. I'll give it a year. I gave it a year. Changed from focusing on the business model to working with children and families. I started taking appointments representing children who were abused or neglected. Started working with families going through difficult times. Became focused on solutions instead of problems. And loved it. That was 12 years ago. I've been doing it ever since. I'm one of 2 child welfare law specialists in the 22nd Judicial District. That's Lawrence, Wayne, Murray, Giles. And I'm running for Part 4, Circuit Court Judge to replace Judge Hargrove. She called and said, Stacy, I'm retiring. I said, what does that do for all my cases? I do a lot of termination of parental rights proceedings for children who are in foster care in front of her because she's the one that hears those cases. She said, Stacy, if it's a problem, you need to run. And here I am. This morning I went to Wayne County where I completed an adoption for a kid who's been in foster care for 3 years. It was magical. But it took 3 years to get there. Is that a clue? Okay. Then I came back to Lawrence County and did a hearing where I filed a petition to remove a child from a parent who was coaching that child to make allegations of abuse against the other parent. Then I found out this afternoon that 5 of my clients, all under the age of 10, tested positive for methamphetamine in hair follicle test results. The youngest is 14 months. The 14-month-old tested positive for meth, ecstasy, and marijuana. I'm running because the court system is important. I'm running because I've got experience with criminal and civil law, and I'm running because it affects our families whether we go to court or not. Stacy Oatmeal, I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Chris Sockwell.
First, before I get started, I want to thank Brandon, JC, Ms. Wisdom, and all the people back there that have helped put this on tonight. Y'all have done a fantastic job. So we just get a round of applause. And let me say one other thing, and I think I'm speaking for all the candidates tonight. Thank you that it's not fish. Amen? Probably the best decision you made. I am Chris Sockwell. I'm your current circuit judge in Division 3. I was appointed in 2018 by Governor Bill Haslam. My background is I've been in this judicial district my entire legal career. I started here in 2000. 1993 was when I first became a lawyer. I was here in Lawrenceburg. I was in private practice, and our office did just about everything under the sun. You know, if you practice in a small town, Mike Harris, you do everything, don't you? Absolutely. You do it all. Doesn't matter. Civil, criminal, probate, property, everything. And we did that. And I did that for 25 years. Based here. Passed the Alabama bar. I practiced in Alabama. 2 different bars. Have gone from Memphis to Nashville,
all the way to Mobile County, Alabama. So I've been in a number of different courtrooms and seen how it's done by different judges. So for 25 years, I did that. For 17 of those years, I was a city judge and city attorney. So I did the municipal side of it, as well as a judgeship. Remember John Myers? He started in Etheridge, Tennessee. That's where I started as well. And he's done pretty good. I think I've done pretty good. But for the last 5 years, I've been circuit judge. What do you do as a circuit judge? Well, just like what I told you before, you cover everything. This past August, I had a 2-week medical malpractice trial. We have products liability trials. We do a little bit of everything. Dog bites, murder, all of those. And it can be different every day. Our judges are different than judges in Nashville and Memphis and everywhere else, because we have to wear multiple hats in this district. Not only do we sit as a criminal judge, we also sit as a civil judge. And then we will sit as a chancellor. All right? I appreciate it. The only thing I ask you to do is remember, I took an oath way back when. I promised the governor, I promised these people here in our district, I would do the best I could. Ask the people around the courthouse, ask them what kind of job I've done. They'll tell you. Ask Debbie Riddle. Ask the clerks. Ask them how they're treated, and ask them how everybody around them is treated. I appreciate your vote, and I appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
Candidates for state representative, if you'll come on up. This is the 71st district. State representative candidates, if you'll come on up. We keep the room kind of quiet for just a few minutes. We're almost done. But I think it's been a good evening, haven't you? I've enjoyed it. Kip Capley, come on up, sir.
Thank y'all so much for having me tonight. I want to thank the West End Community Center for putting this on, and again, thank y'all for not having fish. I appreciate that. My name is Kip Capley. I'm running for the 71st District, the State House of Representatives. I'm from Lawrence County. I'm a Christian, conservative, Republican. I live right down here on Buffalo Road. I'm a football coach. I'm a consultant. I work with small businesses, and I've been fighting for your rights in Nashville for the last 6 years. Now, people ask me all the time, Kip, what's going on in Nashville? Well, I'll let you know, last week, a little bit before, I was in Nashville for 16 hours fighting against a bill that spent $500 million of your taxpayer money on building the Titans a new football stadium. Now you tell me what a new Titans football stadium does for Murray County, for Wayne County, for Lawrence County, for Hardin County. Anybody? I couldn't figure that out either. So I've got a list of every legislator that told me they were going to vote no. Guess what? They voted for it. Ladies and gentlemen, this job is important. This district is important. It's growing in ways that we can't imagine. Murray County, Lawrence County are exploding. You need Christian, conservative leadership in the State House. All four of us, I'm sure, are going to stand up here and tell you I'm a Christian, I'm a conservative, and I'm a Republican. So, Kip, what makes you different from everybody else? I've been in Nashville. I fought in the trenches for you. I worked for Trump both times back before it wasn't cool. You can ask my granny. I know your values. I'm a member of this community. You're going to see me in Walmart. I hate going in there. You're going to see me in Walmart. You're going to see me at the post office. You're going to see me at the football games. You're not going to have to jump through any hoops to get to me. You're not going to have to call my secretary. Call my phone. I'll help you in any way I can. I love you. God bless you. I'd be honored to have your vote on August 4th. Thank you.
Jason Rich, come on up.
My name is Jason Rich, and I am also running for state representative. I'll be honest with you, the first thing I got to tell you is I made a monetary offer to Rick Skillington to give my speech for me, but we could not work out the details on that. It has been a joy to be here so far tonight. So the first thing, the number one question I've been asked so far by Lawrence Countyans is, Rich, do you know so-and-so over in Collinwood? Well, yes, I do. If you know Rich in Wayne County, pretty much I know them. Born and raised in Collinwood, I still live there. My parents farm a few hundred acres over there. I'm about a mile from that. Went to college at UNA, got a business degree from there, stayed at home, was the city manager of Collinwood for 2 years. I was on the county commission for 4 years. During that time, I met and married my wife, Stacy. We have 3 sons together. We married 19 years in December. We have 3 sons together, and just like someone else said, they're all too cool to be here tonight. We've got one that's just got his driver's license, so keep us especially in your prayers. Spent 10 years as the county mayor in Wayne County, so I was elected 3 terms there, and then spent a couple of years up in Mount Pleasant working for the development district. There's been a lot of talk tonight about funds that come into the counties, and the development district is a great avenue for that. So I do have the experience that I think that it will take in Nashville. One thing that's different about going to Nashville and serving as your state rep that I didn't do as county executive. In the county executive role, you're the person that they look to keep everybody on the same page together. Okay, I had 14 commissioners, and you didn't get anything passed without 8. So spent a lot of time working those people. I think I can take that experience to Nashville. I know how to make friends. I know how to keep people at the table. I know how to make deals happen. So if you elect me, I will take that to Nashville for you. I promise to fight for those roads that you got a problem with. I promise to fight for the schools. I spent some time in Lawrence County today and saw all the school construction. It's great. I know that Lawrence has a lot of challenges coming up. Murray County has experienced some serious growth issues. That's bleeding down into Lawrence. I promise to stay informed and answer your problem, take your problems to Nashville for you on that. I'll leave you with 2 things. A former state senator who was a close friend always said to me, Jason, it matters who governs, and elections have consequences. Remember those things as you go to the polls. Good luck in your primary on May 3rd. I ask for your support and your vote in the August 4th primary. Thank you very much.
Bill White.
Thank you very much, and thanks again to the West End community. This is awesome. It's fantastic. I'm Bill White. I'm from Mount Pleasant, Tennessee. I am the current mayor of Mount Pleasant and have been for almost 4 years. I served on the commission prior to that. The couple of things that I'm really focusing on in running for the 71st House is some of the things I think you can look at that we've done in Mount Pleasant. Number 1 is economic development. And one of the things that we did not do is we did not get solely focused on automotive. Because if you've been in Murray County, Lawrence County, Wayne County, even in Hardin, seen a little of it, if you get yourself totally and on one string going to automotive, watch what happened when General Motors shut down. I don't know if any of you saw it, but it was a ghost town. We're not going to do that. In Mount Pleasant, we are having a very, very diverse workforce. Spices. We do have automotive, yes. The largest tile manufacturer in the whole Southeast. So we know how to get it done, and we see what it does for a community to have that economic development and how you do it. Number 2, schools. My goodness, we need them. And we need to support those schools in the biggest way we can. I think if you look at Mount Pleasant and look at how we've done that, it's been a lot that we've had both public and private funding doing that. We were the only school in 2019, because that was the last year that everybody was in school prior to the pandemic. We were the only community school in the whole state of Tennessee that all 12 grades were STEM certified. That's something phenomenal. So I'll leave it pretty much at that. Those 2 things can drive communities. If you look throughout the communities that the 71st will serve, A lot of these communities have to have the opportunity to have trades. Not everybody's made to go to college, but we need to get the children a trade so that when they leave that school and they decide college isn't their avenue, that they can, in fact, go to work. And we're proving that in Mount Pleasant. We have children that are graduating high school going out and making $80,000 a year. So big on the trades, big in public education, and big in economic development because it helps drive the economy and what brings the tax dollars to the table. Lastly, it's your money, it's not mine. I've tried to make sure that I've looked at it that way within the city of Mount Pleasant. It's not money, my money. How do you want me to spend yours? Because it is your money, it's not mine. Again, thank y'all, everybody. Appreciate you taking the time to be here. Brandon, thanks for everything, including getting me here.
Thank you, dude.
Everybody have a great evening.
Folks, I just want to say that we are working, we're going to have a debate here with these gentlemen, Kip Capley, Jason Rich, and Bill White. Also, Mitchell Skelton will be here on June 10th, and they're going to have a debate here. I think it's going to be a great time. They'll be taking questions from the audience. If you want to be here, we'd love to have you at 6 p.m. We'll probably start serving again probably at 5:30, but it'll be a spaghetti dinner again. So no more fish. Honestly, we just can't afford it. Price of it has gone too high, so we're going to serve something a little cheaper. But, you know, we're Olive Garden. When you're here, your family. So we would love to have you back. I need to make a couple of mention, too, that I promised a couple of people. Amy Sizzler was out of town. She couldn't be here tonight. And Rick Osborne was here earlier, but he did have to leave. And I did tell him, those folks, that I would make a mention that they were doing their best to be here. Mitchell Skelton, who's also 71st District candidate, his father-in-law was buried this afternoon. And he was definitely intended to be here. I've been in contact with him a couple times this week. And he's asked if you'll just keep their family in prayers. He died yesterday, and they buried him this afternoon. So we just want to keep that family in prayer. We have a special last guest, Steve Albrooks. Come on up.
Thank you. Wanted to clear up one major misconception. I'm the senior advisor and district director for Congressman Mark Green. I know most of the people in here. You've seen me here on many occasions. You've seen Mark Green in this building before. He will not be on the ballot in August or in November in Lawrence County, but he will still be your congressman all the way till January 3rd. So any help you need, if it's Social Security, if it's veterans, if it's IRS, anything like that, we still go in full tilt. We have our office in D.C., our office in Clarksville, and our office in Franklin. So feel free to call on us if anybody needs anything tonight. I'm going to hang around for a few minutes. Congressman Green has been very, very busy. He's a West Point graduate. He's on the Armed Services Committee. He's on Foreign Relations, which is a very unique combination. They've had him in the Ukraine and a separate trip to Poland, both within the last 6 weeks. So he's been a little occupied. I did want to say one thing, Mr. Cameraman. You need to turn that camera around and show all the people in this audience, because this is what democracy is about. And if you would give us a copy of that, I will do my best to see that we'll get that on the Congressman's website. We'll blast it all over the...
It's on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Because I go to a lot of communities, and there's some that are very good, just like West End, and some that are not so good. But to come out here on a Friday night to compete with ball games and all sorts of stuff, and this says a lot. Things may be dysfunctional in Washington, D.C., but they're not dysfunctional in Lawrence County, Tennessee, as far as political action. I want to touch on one other thing. We had absolutely nothing to do with redistricting. If you think we wanted to get rid of a county that voted 85% for Donald Trump, you're crazy. We pleaded to try to keep Lawrence County. So instead of representing Lawrenceburg and Etheridge and Leoma, we're now going to represent right around Vanderbilt University. The most liberal area in the entire state of Tennessee. Does anybody know where Hillsborough Village is?
Yeah.
They're referred to in some circles as the village people. I can't tell you how liberal it is. Then I had a teacher at one of the high schools that shall remain a principal call us up, call our office, and they were all excited. Said, we know Congressman Green's going to be our congressman, and we want to have him speak to a whole assembly of our students. And I thought, wow. I said, that's exciting. And he says, well, to be honest, most of our students have never seen a real live Republican in person. So that will be our challenges. Thank you all so much.
Hey, can we get one more hand clap for all those people back there in the kitchen that work? They've done a great job. It's those Americans that are behind the scenes that need the hand clap. Also, how many tickets do we have left on that Kel-Tec? Tell me loud. How many? About 30. I need to get rid of some Kel-Tec tickets. Let's give away a gun before we leave tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming out to the West End Community Center. God bless you.